In our case, Suite World is a spectacular event. It's all of our customers, all of our prospects, so they're already excited about what they're there for. I think so. You have, a little bit of a benefit there. But I think what NetSuite really did, we built a system to run a business. We did not run a system to generate financials, and that was a very unique approach. I don't think there's anything, and you would agree with this. There's nothing more exciting than running a business.
Oh, of course.
And the cool thing in my job is we have 10,000 companies, 30,000 subsidiaries, all the crazy ideas people have for businesses, and we're basically at the heart of that. So to me, that's the most exciting thing that anybody who loves business could be involved with, watching all these entrepreneurs, some big companies that want to be entrepreneurial, small companies that want to be big companies, building their visions on your product. So we have just this incredible wealth of stories that we can tell from, Skype, using NetSuite, to a small wholesaler distributor in Texas who sells soap using NetSuite. It's amazing the companies we get to talk to. So I get excited just seeing what our customers do. I think in general, product launches in tech, you have to focus on a villain. That you're...
That's a classic.
And we have lots of, SAPs of nice villain in our world. Siebel was a villain for Salesforce.
These are the old
You have to take on the establishment, right? To say this is a better way to do it than the way you're doing it. Because everybody's doing something in enterprise. Everybody's using something for enterprise software. It's not like they're not doing what our product does or what Salesforce's product did. So you have to set up somebody as the villain to show why your way is better, and our way was much better than the way people are doing things. But and funny, you go, oh, why are you talking about the competition? Well, the customer's talking about the competition, right?
Right.
They're looking at you versus them. So I think it's really important ultimately to cast yourself, especially if you're a smaller company, try to get the halo effect of these larger companies and what they've done, but try to get the positive of that transferred to your brand while also expanding the customer's mind on what your brand is.
That's the sort of kung fu of this strategy. I've heard it referred to as fighting up.
Right.
So if you're replacing...
You look suddenly much bigger.
Yeah. So if NetSuite's replacing this SAP system...
or Great Plains or whatever.
You're saying, hey, look, the customer's coming in and saying, we're on SAP.
Right.
And so you're already having the discussion, us versus SAP. We're going to be replacing them.
Yeah.
Why should we replace them? You might as well have that publicly and start poking the tiger.
Right.
What's the tiger supposed to do in this? The big bear, the old bear, are they supposed to ignore you?
They're not supposed to respond, but they always do. And in our case, SAP, I remember Bill McDermott said, we're going to introduce a product that will kill NetSuite. It's going to be a 99-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. And they spent $3 billion and canceled the product. So
wow.
And that is the and Larry once told me this, not to keep dropping Larry's name, but
nice.
He said the thing that made Oracle. So Oracle created this relational database. It was a new technology.
Yep.
Nobody believed it would happen. He said what really helped us take off was when IBM announced a relational database.
Right.
Then we took off because IBM didn't have one, and when they built one, it wasn't that good. And so similarly, when SAP and Microsoft began to say, we'll have a cloud-based system to compete with NetSuite too, that was fantastic because suddenly, the big guys were talking about you, and that really is the ultimate goal.
They basically validate you.
Right.
That you exist. When people start talking about Slack and it's like, or HipChat, and they're like, these are just chat rooms. Like, what's the big deal? And then, you could use IRC, or you can use Slack, or you could use HipChat. Right. We use both. It's like, well, now it's in Skype, and Skype's taking the time to create a literal pixel by pixel. I looked at Skype and it was like, when the teacher holds your math test up against the other student that you cheated from, and they see the dots.
Wow, this is identical.
This is incredible. You got
Even
three
your wrong answers.
Wrong. The wrong answers are the same. You both see, it's like they're literally copied it pixel by pixel. And it just makes all of a sudden everybody who's a corporate customer go, oh, I heard about Slack. I wasn't sure it was important. Okay, now let's compare Skype versus Slack. Oh yeah, maybe we should go with the hip, cool new one.
Right.
It is the classic playbook.
And in enterprise software, different. It's very hard. It took us 20 years to create NetSuite. How long does it take? It's going to take SAP 20 years to create NetSuite. There is no shortcut
or
to building
more.
And they have to do it right. We did it right. We had God's development team. Evan and his team are the greatest developers on the planet. This is an incredibly complicated application. So certainly they're trying to compete, but this is why when you have these major disruptions, I hate to use the word, but sort of breaks in technology curves, this is why the leader in the last generation doesn't make it to the next.
We used to call them
They're 20 years
shifts.
behind. Right. They're 20 years behind, basically.
Was there a bigger paradigm shift than client-server going to the internet in the history of technology?
No, and the cloud is the last architect. There is nothing after the cloud. There is no computer architecture after this. What's after all of your data, personal, and business, available anytime, anywhere, on any device. There is nothing. This is it. So what people do with it is going to be interesting. But I was always also very excited about NetSuite because
this is the end of the rainbow.
Yeah, when you win in the cloud, it's a 100-year win. It's not a 20-year win because there is no client. There is nothing after the cloud. Certainly in our lifetime, from an architectural standpoint.
Hey, everybody, I want to tell you about a product and service that I love, that I use as a customer, and that my wife used actually for her small business. It's Square. You know Square. They do credit card processing for businesses of all sizes, and it's a beautifully designed, gorgeous experience. You've used it as a customer where you sign with your finger and you put your nice tip amount in, you get a great receipt. It's gorgeous hardware. It's very reliable, super easy to use, very powerful, and the payments, you can take them anywhere. Like personal trainers I've seen use it that I work with, slide your credit card. Any business size will love it. And there's no hidden fees. You just pay for one simple rate, and it's a sign-up process that takes minutes, probably under a minute. They accept every major credit card, and you pay only for what you use. They'll also deposit your money fast, and this is critical for small and medium-sized businesses, hey, even some big businesses. You don't want to be having to wait for your money, and they will deposit it fast every time, even instantly if you really need that. And they can protect you with a $250 a month in free chargeback protection. They have top-level security and amazing customer support. All that's free of charge. Why? Because they want their partners to succeed. If you succeed, they succeed. And here is an amazing offer. I can't believe how great this offer is. You can sign up now for free processing on your first $500 in sales at square.com/twist. Square.com/twist, TWIST. Hey, beautiful product, amazing service, great support. It's gorgeous. It's easy. You'll sign up quick. Go ahead and go to square.com/twist. Some terms do apply. Square.com/twist. Welcome to the program, Square. Okay, let's get back to this amazing episode.